I'm going to show you how to accurately predict the market direction without a single indicator on your screen. And no, this isn't another read raw price action video because price action can lag too. The candlesticks are the last thing to print, so by the time you're reading them, the move's already gone. Your risk to reward is shot, and at that point, it's really not worth it taking that trade. The only thing that moves before the candlesticks is the fundamental direction of the market. So if you can read that, you'll be miles ahead of the market. And this is the exact strategy that allowed me to make 65K in 41 minutes shorting NASDAQ and accurately predict all of my trades over the last 4 months. It wasn't a random chart pattern. It was me fundamentally reading the charts. So you might have tried ICT, support and resistance, supply and demand, and it's just not working for you. And the reality is it's not the strategy. It's just that you're behind the fundamentals of the market. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys in a simple 3-step process how to accurately read the fundamentals of the market and execute a trade based off of it. Let's get right into it. So the first thing that we're going to need when it comes to this strategy is actually identifying the market direction. So when it comes to reading the market direction, the first thing we want to ask ourselves is the news that we're looking at war related? If yes, then is it extending or ending the war? The reason being is we have two things. Extending the war is going to mean that we have riskier times. And in riskier times, we're going to see indices drop. In this moment, you have to look at the mindset of an investor. An investor isn't going to go put all of their money into tech stocks or industrial stocks or riskier assets while the world is at war. They want the safest times to be risking their money. Other than that, it just makes more sense for them to hold on to it. After that, we look, is it ending the war? If we're ending the war, there's less risk in the economy, meaning that the indices will rise. So that's going to be the first thing that we look at. Let's say that we don't have war. Now, with or without war, we have to ask ourselves this next question. What does the fundamental release mean to the economy? Is the economy growing or shrinking? And based on that data, we have to look at, is it inflationary or deflationary? If your economy is growing, this is going to signal an inflationary market. And if we look, an inflationary market is going to mean that the cost of borrowing money is more expensive, meaning that indices will drop. Now, on the other hand, we have deflationary markets. And deflationary markets mean that the cost of borrowing money is less expensive, so indices will rise. The biggest thing for investors is how they leverage their money. So when they're actually able to borrow money at a cheaper rate, you're going to see the indices rise on upwards. And so up next, we have supply and demand. Now, for supply and demand, we want to mark out the lowest and highest candlestick before a shift or continuation in the market. And the most important thing about this is that it has to be in alignment with the fundamental bias. We are never going to approach the markets and try to guess which direction is it today. Most traders will be like, based on price action, I'm seeing lower lows and lower highs. But like we said earlier, price action means absolutely nothing. We have to be in alignment with the fundamental bias. So in this type of example, if you guys can see here, if we're getting in at the lows, and price is moving on upwards, then that would mean that we are in a deflationary market, right? The cost of borrowing money is getting cheaper, and so the stock market will end up rising. And that's why we mark out our demand zones over here. You guys can see this would be our demand zone signaled by the lowest candlestick in this move. And then we have a continuation, so we mark up the lowest candlestick again. Now on the opposite side here, we have an inflationary market. An inflationary market is going to be showing us high, low, lower high, lower low, and we're looking to get in on those lower highs. It means absolutely nothing for us to get in at these mid levels here, as it will completely destroy our risk to reward ratio. And finally, the third step to this strategy is the candlestick confirmation. Guys, I cannot stress enough how accurate this candlestick confirmation has been for me. And it's very simple. You're going to be marking out your supply or demand levels. So in this order here, we have a bullish order, right? And this would be my demand level, as it's the lowest area before the break or continuation in the market. Now I'm looking for the same exact candlestick pattern every time. I'm looking for a bearish candlestick to enter my zone. And then I'm going to be waiting on an indecisive candlestick. It could be bullish, it could be bearish. But the main thing is that we want to see very long wicks on both sides. And then we're going to mark up that first candlestick from top to bottom and look for the 50% level. Now my third candlestick has to close above that 50% level. Now whether it closes all the way up here like this, or whether it just barely closes above the 50% level, that is going to signal my entry. And then I'm going to tuck my stop loss all the way below my lows and my take profit at the previous high. Now we have the same exact thing for bearish orders. We're going to be looking for a bullish candlestick to enter our zone, an indecisive candlestick, which doesn't matter if it's bullish or bearish, and then a bearish candlestick below the 50% level. Like I said, it could look like this. It could be all the way down here. It doesn't matter as long as it's below the 50% level of the very first candlestick. And when you piece those three things together, you find the holy grail to setups and trading. And let me show you guys a couple chart examples with this. So our first example is going to be on June 5th. And on June 5th at 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I sent out on my free Telegram, traders price in federal rate hike by January versus March, previously followed by hot jobs report. Now, if you guys actually look at the chart, this is the exact candlestick that I call it out on. This green one right here at 10:15 a.m. Now, at that same time, a lot of people who trade technical analysis would see this break of structure and then be looking to take the markets, bullish. But in reality, they are completely wrong. Because if traders are pricing in a rate hike, that means that the economy is not suffering. It's not deflationary, it's actually inflationary. And if interest rates go up now, then the cost to borrow money is going to be more expensive, making indices actually drop. So at this point, I know I'm only looking for sells. And I went ahead and marked out this zone right here. Now, the reason why I marked out this zone right here is the same reason why I would mark out this one over here. These are those last little opposite-sided candles before the markets move in the opposite direction. You guys can see we have no confirmation here, but in this higher zone we do. We have this bullish candle, this indecisive, and if I mark out the 50% level of this candlestick right here, we have a bearish below the 50. Mixing that with the fundamental bias is now giving me the confidence to take this short, stops above the high, and then my take profit is just going to be at that previous low. Now, could the markets completely run past my take profit level? Absolutely. But I'm not here to start predicting how far the market's going to go. I'm here to trade the data, meaning that if I'm moving bearish in this market, all I know is that price has to clear out this previous low for me to be correct. So yes, it could completely fly way past my take profit, but to me, that's something that I never look at. I just look at what the markets give me, and I get in and I get out. So you guys can see this was a fantastic trade, nice little 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio, and completely smacks take profit. It even gives you a potential scale in over here. You guys can see there's a break of structure at this level here towards the downside. Price pulls back up, and then it gives you bullish, indecisive, and a bearish below the 50% right there. But let's get into another example. And so now we have this that I shared in my free Telegram, which is Trump cancels planned strikes on Iran. Super bullish for indices and gold. You guys can see this is 1:45 p.m. and this was sent out on June 11th. So I've actually brought the chart back to 1:45 p.m. as you guys can see over here. And this is what I see on the charts. I have price making these higher highs, and I already know at this point there's absolutely nothing that's going to make me look for a bearish move in this market. So I'm going to go ahead and mark out my demand zones, right? You guys can see I'm marking out this over here because it is the lowest point before price continues the structure right here. And all I'm doing is waiting for price to come back. So if I actually break this down, we can see this type of news is war related, and it's showing that the war is coming towards an end. So it's going to be safer remarks for investors, and that's the reason why I'd be looking for Dow Jones longs. And then you guys can see price makes its way back down, gives me a bearish, indecisive, but then it gives me another bearish. So now I'm waiting again. I'm looking at bearish, indecisive candle, and now I can mark up the 50% level, right? This is that level right here. And then we wait for the third candlestick to close above. As you guys can see, it does right there, as well as breaks that small structure. You can then enter your longs right there, stops below the entire demand zone, and then take profit at the previous high. And like I keep stressing, guys, yes, this could run way further than take profit, but that's not up to us at that point. All we want to do is make sure that we're targeting known levels in the market. And then you guys can see price stutters for a little bit and then eventually makes its way on upwards. And this is just one setup. If you guys take a look at gold, you guys will see gold also went on and rallied on upwards. Take a look at NASDAQ, you will see NAS went on and rallied on upwards. So you can literally rinse and repeat this as the days go on. I don't like trading all of them at once. I like finding the best setup across one of them and then doubling down on that position. And now let's get into another example. And for the final example, we have May 28th at 10:02 a.m. Eastern, where you guys can see I sent GDP and core PCE index both came out as less than expected. This is a clear sign that as things stand, the economy is suffering. I will be taking this as a bullish indices remark. So if we take a look at the chart at 10:02 a.m. on May 28th, we can see there's this big rally on downwards. But I already know I'm not looking for anything, so I'm not going to be marking out any supply zones over here. I'm only looking for a way to get in on a bullish order here. And right away, you guys can see we have this break of structure right over here. And then I can mark out this demand level right here. We have bearish, indecisive, and then we're going to mark out the 50% level right here. And we finally get that bullish close above the 50 over here. That right there stops below the low. And then the previous high on my chart is going to be this level over here. That would add up to just about a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. And then you let this play out and you'll see price absolutely flies on upwards. Now it starts to pull back and do all this other stuff. But like I said, right when we hit that take profit, that's all I care about. I don't care about what the rest of the day does. I literally close my charts and I get off of it. And this exact strategy has kept me undefeated the last 7 weeks of my trading, all fully documented and everything on this channel. So make sure you guys go check that out. And that basically summarizes the strategy. We're finding the fundamental buys, marking out our supply and demand levels, and then looking for the simplest of candlestick confirmations. And if you do this right, you will finally be consistently making profits in the market. And it's not because you found better candlestick patterns, it's because you actually trade the real data that creates every single candlestick in the market. Could you figure this out alone? Sure, but it's going to be months of working, months of figuring out which news releases you should look at, months of understanding which directions the markets are going to react in, and a lot of blown accounts while doing that. And that's why I've created my free Telegram where I share all my fundamental outlooks like you guys saw all across this video, so you guys can see which fundamental releases actually make sense and exactly how they're broken down to capture real moves in the market. And if you guys want to join that, the link is in the description. This isn't just something for people who want to collect more setups and blame their risk management as to why they're not profitable. This is for those who are done guessing which direction the markets want to go in and actually want to have a clear understanding behind it. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the free Telegram.